Think about the most alarming reaction you can get during a conflict. Most people assume it's screaming, slamming doors, or an explosion of rage. But the most significant damage often happens in absolute silence. When the fighting stops, it's easy to breathe a sigh of relief and assume the conflict has finally resolved. In reality, that quiet usually marks a point of emotional disappearance. The messy, loud contact of an argument gets replaced with something far heavier. You start getting compliant nods, minimal answers on a loop, a shrug or a whispered, "It's fine." The friction is gone, but the person is no longer present in the room. When looping answers, surface-level joking, and constant headphones become the primary way someone interacts, they have moved into an active state of checking out. Psychologically, this represents a calculated decision. They have run the numbers and decided that showing how they actually feel has simply become too expensive. Let's look at why that price gets so high. When someone offers up a genuine feeling, like saying they had a miserable day, a fix-it parenting style often triggers an immediate barrage of solutions, questions, and well-intentioned lectures. The brain learns a quick lesson. Offering a moment of vulnerability results in an exhausting lecture. To save energy, they stop offering the truth. This creates a version of maturity that is actually quite dark. It's the easy, low-maintenance individual who never complains, asks for help, and never causes drama. Performing perfectly ensures that nobody looks closely enough to see the struggle underneath. They delete the parts of themselves that need anything from the outside world to keep the peace. Extreme obedience functions as active camouflage. They use good behavior as a shield to hide deep emotional detachment, simply because honesty carries a weight they can no longer carry. Now layer on top of that a world of constant surveillance. Location tracking and strict boundary monitoring effectively delete the physical space needed for traditional rebellion. Since escape is impossible physically, the rebellion moves internally. They build an impenetrable inner world, feeding the outside world only the absolute minimum required to pass inspection. Then there are the moments they actually tried to be open. They shared a real fear or anxiety, only to have that admission brought back up later and used as ammunition in a future argument. That specific betrayal of trust changes the architecture of the relationship. The person clocks the reaction and permanently prioritizes caution over genuine expression. They eventually decide that remaining misunderstood is the safer choice. It allows them to protect their inner world, and ultimately lets them sleep at night. This caution extends to their anger, especially if they've learned that their tone will be punished more severely than the actual truth of what they are saying. They learn that showing anger is a fast track to losing everything. Quarantined anger doesn't go away. That raw emotion gets stored long-term, quietly leaking out sideways as cold resentment and fantasies of leaving. This brings us to the subconscious experiment they run every time there's conflict. The first variable is clear. Fighting back guarantees loud pain. It leads to yelling, chaos, and endless lectures. The second variable is equally draining. Opening up guarantees complicated pain, panic, overreactions, and having their history weaponized against them. The mind defaults to numbness. It offers a very specific, quiet kind of pain, but it provides the individual with the one thing the other options don't: maximum control. Emotional detachment is a heavily fortified defense system. It's a structure built because caring hurt too much under the existing rules of the relationship. Dismantling those defenses requires shifting the rules. This begins by replacing the habit of interrogation with genuine, pressure-free curiosity, inviting them to share a story rather than demanding they defend a choice. This also requires treating minor emotional disclosures with extreme care. When they offer a tiny detail about their day, your job is to listen without immediately launching into a list of fixes. We have to redefine the ultimate threat to a relationship. While rebellion is loud and messy, it still requires contact. Complete absence requires nothing. A person who screams that you don't understand them still holds on to the hope that you could. The detached person has quietly decided you never will. Bringing someone back from that distance starts with undeniable proof that their truth does change things. When they see that their honesty, even the hard parts, actually matters, They'll start showing you the parts of themselves you thought were gone.